Hello, my name is Jacob, and the untranslatable word that I chose was Saudade. It means a feeling of longing, and it basically just means like something nostalgic. Um, have you ever missed something so much that it hurt, but in a strangely beautiful way? Maybe it was a person you lost touch with, a child memory, or even a time in your life that you can't go back to. There's a word for that feeling. The word holds both sorrow and sweetness. That word is saudade. The definition of this word means, well, it comes from Portugal. It's a Portuguese word. It's spelled Saudade. It describes a deep emotional state of nostalgic longing. It's often defined as a feeling of missing something or someone that you love. But really, saudade goes far beyond that. It is not just sadness or homesickness. It is the emotional space between what was and what will never be again. It is when you remember something so vividly that it almost hurts, yet you wouldn't trade that memory for anything. In Portuguese culture, people sometimes describe saudade as the feeling that reminds after someone is gone. It is the ache of absence, but also the warmth of remembering that something beautiful once existed. To understand saudade, we have to go back hundreds of years to Portugal in the 15th century during what is known as the Age of Discovery. Back then, Portuguese explorers and sailors would leave home for long voyages across the oceans. They often spent months or even years away from their families, not knowing if they would ever return. Their loved ones were left behind, waiting, hoping, and missing them. That deep mixture of love, distance, and uncertainty gave birth to the word saudade. It became a part of Portuguese identity, a cultural way of expressing that beautiful sadness that comes from missing something you cherished. When Portuguese colonists traveled to other parts of the world, especially Brazil, they brought the word saudade with them, and over time it became deeply woven into the Brazilian culture too, showing up in art, literature, and especially in music. If you listen to the traditional Portuguese fado or music or Brazilian bossa nova, you'll hear saudade everywhere. In fado, singers pour their hearts out through soulful, emotional melodies that tell stories of love, distance, and longing. The music feels heavy with memory, but also alive with passion. In memories, saudade appears in songs like Chega de Saudade by João Gilberto. Even the title translates to no more saudade, a plea to escape that aching feeling of longing. In Portugal and Brazil, saudade is celebrated, not hidden. It is seen as a weakness to feel longing. It's part of being human. It means you've loved deeply enough to miss something when it's gone. How you might be wondering, why is saudade now you might be wondering, why is saudade considered untranslatable? Can't we just say nostalgia or missing someone? Not exactly. English tends to separate emotions. You're either happy or sad, present or past, fulfilled or longing. But saudade blurs those lines. It is happiness and sadness living together in one feeling. It is the joy of remembering mixed with the pain of knowing that moment is gone. In Portuguese culture, people are comfortable sitting with complex emotions. They don't rush to get over it or label it as simply good or bad. That is part of what makes saudade so beautiful. It captures the moment depth that English often leaves out. Other cultures have words that come close. Saudade teaches us that longing isn't something to avoid. It is a reminder that we've lived fully, that we've had moments worth missing. Maybe that's why this word has lasted for centuries. It gives people permission to feel deeply, to hold joy and sorrow in the same breath. So next time you feel that bittersweet ache when you miss a person, a place, or time that you can't return to, remember saudade. It is a word that captures most human emotions there is, the beauty of remembering what once was, even when it's gone. Saudade reminds us that love leaves echoes, and these echoes, though they hurt, are proof that something truly mattered. In the end, saudade isn't just a Portuguese word. It is a universal feeling, one that reminds us how deeply connected we are to our own memories, to our own loves, and to our own hearts. Thank you.